work and pay bills at the same time. Because sometimes we want to live in our purpose and do just that. But yeah, we got to pay bills and we got to make money to survive. So I think that's probably like the biggest struggle because you got to balance life, you got to balance your kids, you got to balance the workplace, you got to balance your mental health, you got to just have balance all the way around. But
Don in the building. Don.
Ah, done. I'm over here, bro.
I think that's a question for everybody. You know what I mean? Because if you ask everybody, you will get a different.
Done always comes with a present. Bradley, hold on. All right, my bad. Y'all go. I'm sorry.
You got it.
If I could answer that question as far as what's the biggest struggle as being an adult, for
It's the
me
sex
it would be discipline and balance and knowing yourself.
Ooh,
Yes.
I would say that's the most important.
Get into
thing,
it.
You know what I mean? As far as knowing yourself, so you know how to maneuver through your life, because through your adulthood, everywhere you go, there you are. So if you can manage yourself better, then you have a better adult.
I'm so glad you said
Talk
that
to 'em,
because
Brad.
that like leads me to the next piece of advice I was going to give this person. Like one thing about it, you saying you basically your mind is cluttered, you got a lot going on. You got to start somewhere, and I think the best place to start is like simple. It's like exercise. Because when we exercise, it gets our mind going, it gets our blood flowing. We're able to think better. It gives us the energy to actually do the things that we need to do during the day to be productive. And writing down things like setting goals, even short-term goals, something that's there where you can see it. Like people do vision boards all the time, or like a big old calendar where you just like, okay, I got to do this on this day to get this done. You know, I think that helps a lot because like in the space that I'm in right now, like my living situation changed and it's for the better, but like I kind of like had to go down to come up. Like I'm in that moment right now. So with that being said, when I was in my own space, I'm able to see things a lot more clear. I'm able to go into my home and shut the world out and recharge and regroup. Right now, I can't really do that. My profession is bartending. I deal with people on a regular basis. I have to deal with so many people every day, no matter how I feel. I have to be upbeat if I want to make money. If I'm not, then I don't make money. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't make money, then that sends me into a little depression or something like that. So it definitely works when you are able to give yourself time and space and you go to the gym. That's part of the discipline. You know what I'm saying? If you could just get up and make it there and get going. And then after that, certain things fall in place. You read, you know what I'm saying? Pray to God. This person seems spiritual. They mention God. So, and they also mentioned that they just don't got time to get right with God. Like you have time. You can talk to God in any time. You can have your own relationship. You don't have to step into the church to have time for God. So as long as you keeping him ahead of you, you know what I'm saying? If that's what, you know, you focus on and that's your religion, and just finding ways to discipline yourself and setting goals and just knowing exactly what you need to do, putting it on a vision board. You got to be able to see the vision to have it, to make it come to life.
Talk that talk, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Talk that talk.
the advice
Word.
on that situation.
That was good.
Any thoughts?
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I think for me personally, because I've been in a stuck place for a very, very long time.
Hold on.
And it's more for because I know I overthink things. And what I had to take a step back and realize that where I want to be is what's hindering me, is how I want to say this. I know I'm not where I want to be, so that's where like my hindrance come from. Because I'm so overthinking everything, like, well, I'm not where I want to be, so how do I get there? And not knowing how to get there, that's what gives me this confused
But
space
it's like
of
you just got to
where-
take the steps. Just like
Right,
when we
but
put
I
an
had to-
address in the GPS system, you don't know how to get there,
Right.
but you put the address. You looked up the address. That's a step. You put the address in, and then you follow the route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you got to take a step back and realize that you're not going to have everything. Because when I get to that place, I'm going to feel like I got to do better.
Correct.
I'm going to want better.
Yeah, you could
because
never.
I made it to that place. But now you got to, I think what everybody has to realize, like, what my mentality is now is I got to thank God for what he didn't allow.
Amen. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So
You
it's
better
like
speak the word, young
I
lady.
may not be able to
You
go
better
out with you
testify in this
tonight, but I paid my bills. You know what I'm saying? I may not be able to take a trip, but I made sure my, everything was straight at home. And I think also too,
You
you have to
better look in your
prioritize.
refrigerator and see
If
them
my
yams.
bills not paid, I'm not worrying about going out. If I'm not
Amen.
in a place where I can be at least stable, nothing else really matters to me. And I think what people have to understand, they have to prioritize so they can get to where they want to be, because it's not going to be all funs and games all the time. Because if I want to play, that's not leaving room for me to do my business. And if I'm not handling my business, these bills is not getting paid. So it's like work hard, play later type thing. But what I do is like I said, I just thank God for what He didn't allow. So it's just like I may not be able to go out with y'all every weekend, but I got a roof over my head and I'm making sure that my shit's straight. And I think that's gonna get me into the right places, because I'm making sure
And
that
sacrifices that you have to take to get to where you want to be.
At the end of the day, sacrifices that I did make, where I'm at is where where I'm at, and where I'm good at. You're still gonna be sitting here looking at me like, dang, how did you get there? Because you didn't prioritize. You wanted to play. You wanted to do everything under the sun besides making sure your shit's straight before you can do X, Y, and Z. So I think this thing is prioritizing, and then just living in the moment and understanding, like, things could be worse for me. So let me just appreciate what I have now and work on what I can do to be better.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
You know what? It's like I submit to you that battle of always reaching for that next thing will always be a challenge for everybody for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? I'm living in the days that I prayed for
Don't
when I
stop.
was younger. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, okay, I've made it.
So what's next?
Well, what's missing? You know what I mean? Why am I not as happy that I thought I would?
A wife?
You know what I mean? Even after that, and that's people get married to get happy, but they get married and they realize that doesn't even cut it either.
Hold on. Slow that down.
You know,
Slow that down.
yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah.
That was good.
That people get married, you know what I mean, thinking that the marriage will make them happy. Then they get married and realize that that wasn't it either.
You got to make yourself happy first.
You know what I'm saying? So
Shame on me, that's all right.
right. So how I deal with
That's
that,
some good stuff,
and
bro.
Miss Lady, you touched on it, is gratitude. Sometimes you gotta sit down and count your blessings and think about where God has brought you from, and that you living in the days that you prayed for. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's just how that's just how you manage that. Mental health, headspace, mental health is a key thing to navigating your adulthood.
Absolutely.
Vic, what's up? What you got, bro?
So one of the things, this is coming from somebody who is, I'm an entrepreneur. That's all I do. I'm a dog groomer. So one of the things that I feel like,
My dog need his nails.
yeah. Hit me up. 444-95487. By the way. So, but look.
My dog.
Yeah, I
breath
got you.
stank. Maybe you can do something, cause
I got you. So, if I was giving advice, because as an entrepreneur, I feel like all of us are entrepreneurs. You being an adult makes you an entrepreneur. One of the things about entrepreneurship that you learn is that you have to take accountability for your own actions. And as an adult, a lot of us were spoiled, coddled, or given some type of reason why, or we were given the ability for someone to accept you blaming someone else. But as an adult, you have to take full accountability and responsibility for your actions. And a lot of us don't like to take accountability because that means wherever we are in our life is my fucking fault.
that's right.
Absolutely.
And that sucks. Like, let's be real. A lot of us, that
Absolutely.
sucks. So to me, if I was trying to give her advice, the first thing I would need her to do is to look herself in the mirror. A lot of us say we want, let's say this Instagram lifestyle. But my question to you is, are you willing to really put in the work that it takes to get that life? And if not, then you feel me, figure out where you reside. Me personally, I don't need to be a millionaire. I just want 6 figures, $100K a year. I feel, you feel me, $100K
But
a
you
year.
do great with
The
just
cost of living is
eight
too
grand a month.
And
You
I would
thrive like a
I would
motherfucker.
do great in between 75 to 100K, but that's just where I am because I know me personally. So it's like,
When
to
I
me,
85 not too good. Trust
I
me.
feel you. I didn't touch about 70,
It's alright.
and
It's
with
alright.
and I have a partner too, by the way. So having a partner kind of makes that a little bit better. But to me, the main thing that you have to do is take accountability for yourself. Figure out what is it that you value. You see what I'm saying? What's important to you, and what are you trying to do? A lot of us want to get money, but don't want to actually go learn. Like, we have iPhones. I can't say this fucking enough. You can go on Google and get a 6-month certification in another type of field and be making more money. The possibilities are endless. A lot of us just don't want to. It's like we stopped learning after high school. And and after high school, even beyond college, like, you have to keep pursuing knowledge, because that knowledge, you learning about credit, you learning about how this world works, you learning how to leverage debt, you learning how maybe starting an LLC. Hell, you don't actually have to have a business. You can say, me, myself is an entity, and I'm going to start an LLC for my fucking self. And start moving like that. And these are all things you could go on your fucking phone and go on YouTube and look up.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Like, all this information is simple. It's just a lot of us don't want to do the due diligence of going to obtain the information. We want somebody to tell us.
They don't want to do the work.
We
don't want to do the work.
Know how to get an LLC? Just find a light-skinned woman whose parent used to read
Listen,
as a child.
it's easier. AR.
Like, no, don't just get the LLC, but what we gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's even easier. Every time you're on TikTok or Instagram, just fingering your phone. At some point, something about your taxes or how to fix your credit is gonna come up.
Exactly.
About what certifications you can look up.
Algorithms.
You don't even have to go looking for it. It's gonna show up on your phone. But you know what most people do?
Swipe right past it.
Not interested.
Oh,
I wanna
time out.
I want to see that clown.
They want to
shaking
watch
her butt.
period.
I got a question.
Come on.
So was he saying basically, and I'm just saying for the men, were you trying to say, while you're sitting back jacking off, you could be doing this, or were you really saying if you're gonna sit back and finger your phone? What is my fingering somebody's
It
phone?
just always go left.
What he said, somebody fingering somebody's phone?
And I also want to say, like, all in all, from everybody's, like, collective statements, life is about what you make it.
Let him.
That's the statement. It's about what you make it. If you don't take the risk and if you don't do the things that it takes, then you're not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And also, my success might not be your success.
Tell them.
So people have to do what makes them happy. And it's not about just, oh, I just got to pay my bills on this and do this. No. Do what makes you happy. I seen a girl on Instagram or TikTok, and she was living out of her car. But she's doing things around the world that makes her happy.
She was just
That's
honest.
her success. Her success was not to get a White House and a picket fence. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't her success story. Everybody's role is different. Just because this is what makes you happy don't mean that that's going to make me happy. So find out what it is that's your true gift or your true purpose, and you work towards those things and whatever makes you happy.
I want to say something before.
You know, because I was waiting over here patiently.
Flex.
You feel me? All right. I just want to make sure I let that know. All right. No, I was just going to kind of loop around and say there's 3 main points. So I work with young adults in my day job, right?
Like you're not one of them.
Don't come for me.
The wrong area.
So, who said it? Who said it?
Whoever said this is a bitch.
Oh, okay, I thought somebody specific said it. I was about to have
It's
to
always
comfort
me.
him
It's
real
okay.
quick. So there, there's three main points. All right, so 3 things: mindset, lifestyle, and entitlement. Right, entitled millennials. So we're talking about our generation. We're very much entitled. Our parents had the knowledge and the access, right, to make more money, to give us what we wanted, right, and not necessarily make us go get what we needed. So because of that, that is why you have so many entitled individuals in our generation. And that's why we struggle with the transition to adulthood, right? When you're transitioning to adulthood, that means that your mindset has to change. You can't be playing all the time, right? We out here trying to get it. So at the end of the day, again, it goes back to mindset, entitlement, and lifestyle. What type of life do you want to live? Like Johnny stated already, right? You have to figure out what it is that you want for you. Nobody else can pick that for you. And if they do, you're probably unhappy with it because ultimately it wasn't what you wanted for yourself.
Absolutely.
Can I say this? You speak just like a married woman.
I am actually married and going through a divorce, FYI.
Oh, just time out.
Go ahead.
Let's
What's
get
up?
to this
He
point.
like, I want you
What's
to just shut up now.
What's
Just
up?
be the married woman, please.
What's up? What's up?
I'm still, before you take my congratulations away,
Okay.
I'm finna congratulate you first.
I appreciate you.
That's how you fucking talk right there. All right.
Go ahead, money. Cut it
All right,
out.
now
Fuck it
y'all.
up. Cut it up.
What do you be saying to me, George? The things that you say, what are they? You just tell me to fuck it up.
You gotta call me Jorge. Remember,
I was about to
it's
call
your
him.
birthday.
All right, so Jay, then I gotta get it, Johnny to.
Oh my God.
Any advice I could give these new generation of young adults coming up? Nobody owes you shit.
Damn right.
Nobody.
Nobody. And the sooner you learn that, the sooner you accept that, the better in life is gonna go for you. Because nobody owes you nothing.
Exactly.
Your parents owed you till you were 18.
Okay.
Why are you
They
feeling
already
this so
know you.
hard?
If you learn,
Why is that
no,
hitting
no,
you
no,
so
no, no.
hard?
Okay.
That's argument. For real.
Okay.
Nobody don't owe you shit.
Nobody.
Nah, your parents owe you until you're 18. The 18 year adult. My thing is right here. You could have bad parents. You can't bitch about that because now you know how not to be. If you had good parents, then you just imitate that. But stop blaming people. Oh, my parents did this. My parents did
He
that.
sound like he's talking
I'm
about a
making
race of people.
excuses
No,
for what
that's
you're
what-
not doing.
Here you go. Here you go.
Absolutely.
George, what group of people are you talking about? Who
Why
does
you always got to be talking about a group of people?
what?
It got to be specific people in a whole group.
Tell them generally speaking, George.
It's everybody. Do you think my kids ain't gonna be spoiled?
I believe they're gonna be spoiled.
Define
Okay.
spoiled, right? Because
George don't like to whoop.
come on, George.
If
Define
I
spoiled.
ever, and I say this, my wife is an amazing mother.
Okay.
She does not know how to discipline our kids. If I'm never, if there comes a point that I'm not in the picture,
Yeah.
my kids are gonna struggle when they're grown.
Okay. You don't
Because
think she'll learn how to make it work when you're not
She-
there?
that's-
You don't
that's the
think she
thing.
gives you that power
What do you mean?
as your partner? You don't think she
no,
gives you that power?
She can't do it because we both know
Don't limit
that-
your wife like that.
what?
Don't
no,
limit
no,
your
no,
wife
no,
like
no,
that.
no. We're both
limit
very
your wife
clear that
like
I
that.
can never be a mom,
Okay.
and
Correct.
she can never be a dad.
Correct.
I accept that.
Correct.
So,
So you
if,
have a
if she's
balance.
ever, okay, no, this is what the issue is. This is what the issue is,
Okay.
which me and AR and the
Go
whole
ahead.
crew,
Go ahead.
we
Go
always
ahead.
discussing
Go
this.
ahead. Go ahead.
As a man, if the mom is missing, I'm gonna find somebody to be a mom for my kids.
Boy, replace that.
How many
It
times
ain't
we gonna
nothing
say
like
the
that.
same thing?
Most women, they want to be the dad, and that's not your
Oh
job.
my
It ain't nothing
Lord.
to cut that chick
There's
off.
some trauma there, I see.
That's not the dad. That's
Ooh,
not your
somebody
job.
sound hurt. Hold on.
You can't do it.
Rewind.
You
Rewind.
can't
Man,
do it
something that
because-
funny?
Okay, this is okay. So let me. Okay, so
I'm
let,
just
let
a
me
mom.
Say this way. Let me say it this way.
Let me get in
As
there.
a-
Let me get in there right quick. Just
Get in
that
there,
right
get in
here.
there.
I
Let me
just
say
want to
this.
point out some facts for my boy JJ. Please hold your argument. It is damn you're short. All right, bro. For my boy T Dot. Thank you, Don. For my boy T Dot. This have been said in front of the school board 5 different ways in the last 10 years now. That if a male raise kids, they have the same chance at 2-parent household. Only because
shit.
men most likely allow whoever willing to step in that role to genuinely step in that role as a mom.
But is
They'll
that
never
because,
block
but
the
is
role
that
as a mom.
is that because y'all know y'all can't handle that,
Facts,
bro?
facts,
No, no, no,
facts.
No, she's right.
No,
She's
no,
right.
No, Jay.
She's right.
No, Jay. No, Jay.
We
She's
acknowledge.
Right. We cannot. Right. It's impossible for us to love, nurture like a
But
woman.
don't say it about women because it's just like we feel like y'all can leave at any point.
We can't.
But us as the mothers, we're gonna be we're the sole caretakers. So whether you're here or not, we're gonna do what we gotta do. Whether we're
That's
here
not
or
true.
not,
That's
y'all
not
gonna
true.
go find.
That's
a
not true.
replacement.
That's not true.
what
That's not true because of this right here. This is why that's not true.
Likely to find
No,
replacement.
that's the. Let her talk. Listen. The reason. This is why that's not true.
I got an orange.
That's not true though.
You
That's
just
not
said
true
we
because
don't want to be the dad. We want the
What I'm
dad to be the
saying-
dad.
No, y'all do.
Because y'all want to sit here and
women-
leave it every chance y'all get.
Most
Because
women-
y'all don't want to handle the responsibility.
Most
because y'all
women
can't
have
handle
an urge.
responsibility.
Most women have a urge to prove something to people, and parenting tarnish itself when you have to prove something. I.e., if you have a man that have a problem with his dad, he gonna be a better dad than his dad ever was. He turned out to be like his dad. When
Yes.
you have a woman, I'm gonna be better than my mama ever was to me. She end up being like her mom.
There's a word
So,
for that syndrome.
it gotta be a
whatever.
word.
It,
So
there
what I'm
is.
saying is
I
most
don't remember
women,
exactly what
Let
it
when
is.
them know,
split up,
Johnny.
they
But it's a
deal
thing.
with anger differently than men. Men become soft when they're hurt. Women become hard when they're hurt. A show actually showed this. If a woman lose a child, she become a savage. If a man lose a child, he become another, you know what I mean? So because we handle hurt differently, when y'all get hurt because y'all partner no longer there, y'all say nobody ever gonna hurt me like that again. We may stop talking to that person that hurt us. Those are two different reactions.
But the thing
when it
is,
comes to
I've
parenting.
seen men and women do the same thing.
Yeah, we're not saying, but
And I don't think it depends on if it's a man or a woman. I just think it depends on the person's characteristics and how they feel. You know what I'm saying? If they have given up and like, oh dang, this happened, so nothing like this is ever gonna happen like that, or this is gonna happen the same way again. You know what I'm saying? We can't just dwell on what happened in a past experience just because one person did something a certain kind of way. Because there are genuine people out here, and there are people that ain't gonna do the same exact thing that the last person did. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta accept that into your heart.
Well, wives are
Open-
replaceable though.
Huh?
Wives are replaceable.
And so are
Kid,
husbands.
let me
right?
finish my
Anyone
point,
is
and then you can go and
replaceable.
say whatever you're gonna say. Cause I need to get this out. I need to get this out. Our kids deserve the best.
Let it out, George.
If I'm gonna be in my kid's life, I want to be his father to my full potential.
Okay.
If I have to stop to be I have to stop being a dad to be a mom, I'm failing as a dad.
So you can only focus on one thing at a time, is what
It's
you're
not.
saying.
It's not even about focusing. It's about your kid deserves the best you.
Right.
But
Ooh.
you
And
have
if
that
you have-
mentality
and
though.
if you start, listen, you can't be God and the devil in one person. I already accepted that to my boys,
Jesus.
they might not like me when they start getting older.
Okay.
They might not, I've accepted this because I know I need to show them what they don't like, which is discipline, responsibilities, and respect.
Right.
I mean, if
When my
If
kids,
I may,
when my
though-
kids do something wrong,
if I may, because it's getting a little late, I
Well,
want to
my kids
get
do
back
something
to
wrong.
straight up with Johnny
they
and to the
don't
next
go-
question,
they don't-
George.
They're not looking for the
Please.
mom to see if their mom's around. They making sure I'm not around. And if their mom is there, they'll
I
still
got
do
you.
it
Hold
if
on.
it's a
We
bad
way
thing.
left.
But if I'm around, they won't. If they get hurt, they know that they're gonna look at me, and they're gonna see if mom's there, so they can run to mom, because they know I'm not gonna go and help them get up. I'm
Because
gonna
she's
go
a
and stand
natural
up next to them and ask them, "Are you okay? You good? Stand up on your own." That's my job as a dad. If I'm over here
But you're
saying
choosing to
don't
be
do
a dad.
something and then I go like,
It
no,
get
baby,
late.
it's okay. I'm confusing him because is it good or is it bad?
I got you. You see how he pushed
To
it on? I
some-
was gonna let it go, Johnny.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
gonna let it go.
I took a lot of your time. So sorry. I'm getting back.
We're just gonna go straight into number 2. The second question is, lately I haven't been in a good place with my family. I mean, like none of them. It's like if I'm not giving, then I'm not worth nothing to them. I mean, is it realistic to break up with your family, or should I stay and accept them for who they are? Confused.
Yeah, Shawty, you confused.
I could say
Sound
That's a personal.
sound like what?
That's like a personal problem.
I think that's like it's a personal thing.
It's definitely.
Is it
definitely a
possible to
personal
find
thing.
this person's name? Because I want to spit on their account.
Oh my God, that's so rude. This person is confused, but I think this person probably needs like some space and some time. It sounds like this person probably live with their family. Like,
What you allow.
If you're not cool with your entire family, okay, now, I don't know about y'all, but most family have at least 5 members or more, you dig? If you're not cool with 5 members or more, you got to ask yourself, like,
you gotta look at
is this
yourself.
you?
What's wrong
Like,
with you?
come on, bro.
No,
you
no,
you
no.
not cool with you not cool with 10 people in your own family. These motherfuckers 9 times out of 10
Yeah,
was
definitely.
raised
If you're a
like
guy
you.
and I'm talking to you, or a female, and you tell me that you just don't get along with nobody in your family,
I'ma
you
think
don't
it's
get
you.
along with nobody at work, like, you might be the problem. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at yourself. But
You're
I'm
the
not saying
common
that this person
denominator.
is the problem. But I'm also going to say this, that it's okay to take time away or take a step back. If somebody in your family is doing things to you that you don't agree with, or that's making you feel some type of way, or, you know, hindering you, that's okay, because we got to understand, yes, our family is our family. We cannot choose our family, but we can choose where we thrive at. You know what I'm saying? If you're not thriving in that situation, take a step back. We can build our own families as well. You know, friends can be family too. We don't have to just sit in it. Just because they're blood does not make it like just what it is. Like, you just got to deal with them because they're blood. No, people are people, and people should be held accountable for their actions and their own characteristics. So that is okay.
I would like to disagree with that slightly.
Okay.
So I do agree with the whole fact that we can choose our families and things like that, but I would have to ask, if you only choose your family when it's convenient for you, then what type of person are you?
I don't understand. I didn't say when it,
I mean, so like when someone's doing something you don't like or what you would consider to be
no, I'm
downer
saying
on
like
your mental space.
not saying that. Like, I'm saying if there was something absolutely drastic that a family
Like
member has
traumatizing.
done to you,
Okay.
say, oh, your family member stole your money. That's something that I can't make that up.
Right.
That happened. That's a characteristic trait that family member has. That is something that I'm not willing to deal with out of anybody.
Right.
I don't care if you family or not. So I'm talking about things like that. I'm not just saying, oh, I think this person is like this, or I think this. No.
No, I mean, no, I understand that, but if it's, to me, even in that example, like stealing, cool. I'm not saying you have to deal with them the same way, but we have to remember family is the superpower. So if you separate yourself from family, you see what I'm saying? Because you got to think about how we made it here.
You don't have to keep doing that.
Made it here by
And you don't have to separate forever. You can separate, like I was saying before.
I don't have to allow it, but I don't have to cut you off as well. I don't have to let you into a space where you can steal from me. I can love you from a distance.
Yeah, that's
but
what
you
I'm
still
saying.
my
I
family.
just said that though. I made that statement. I said people can distance themselves. You
But will
understand
you
what I'm
still
saying?
step up when it's
And
time
then just
for
because you
family?
distance yourself doesn't mean that you have to distance yourself forever. Just like I said earlier, when sometimes I need to take a break from the world, I need to take a break. And that includes family. That includes everybody. I need to be by myself. I want to think clearly. I need to recollect. I need to get everything in order. So you can distance yourself from people, and you don't have to allow everybody in every space or every aspect of your life. It's definitely necessary to distance yourself sometimes, period. Whether it's family or friends.
For me, like I feel like it doesn't matter what it is. I feel like a lot of the times we make excuse, oh, it's family. So if they did this to me, I got to forgive them because they're family.
Absolutely.
I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you steal from me, you lied to me, you're disloyal to me, all of those, you're not being a family. So
They're just
why do I have
characteristic
to-
traits, as I mentioned.
So you are doing those things to me knowing as you're my family, that those are the things I do not tolerate. You do those to me. You don't respect me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't consider me family because if you're family, you wouldn't do that to me.
Mhm.
So I look at it as you said love from a distance. No, I just don't want nothing to do with you now. You can't call me for favors. You cannot reach out to me for nothing because I can't trust you. I don't have any, I don't owe you anything. I think a lot of the times we think we owe family things because we're family, we're blood. No, my homegirl I met in middle school, I call her first and she show up before my cousin does. that I see
Absolutely.
once a month, whatever the case is. So I personally, my family overall that has shown me harder is my friends that I've gotten to know over time. Their family, their mamas, their uncles, they're the people that I spend my time with because they've shown me what genuine. Yeah, and they're the ones I picked. Because sometimes I think we get lost in blood and all this, and nah, they don't. Some of your family members be the ones that do you the worst. They know you.
Absolutely.
I mean,
So for me, I just
Listen. I think the family structure is broken in this generation.
Let they ass know, Bradley.
In my own experience, you know, I think family needs to allow family to be family, and that comes with authority. So if I see my little cousin showing his ass off to such and such, and I'm there and I see it and I check him, the family don't need to say shit or run up at me, coming at me.
But that's called a
Like,
culture.
Why you hitting that motherfucker for doing that? I'm like, well, no, I just saw my little cousin swing at my other cousin, and he was dead wrong. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Family has to allow family to be.
Are you whooping them?
To correct.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a whooping age, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
jack 'em up.
Yes,
But
definitely.
you whooping them?
Because my family still ain't all together because of that act of what I did. if I see my little cousin swinging at his older auntie, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
His
going
ass
back and
beat
forth,
up.
and I get in his ass, what the fuck you running at me talking about don't hit my baby? This and that. No, I watch this motherfucker, and this is how we.
That's
how
called a
we do it
village.
We
in
don't
this
have that
family.
village no more.
We don't. The family.
You
structure
whoa,
is broken.
whoa. We don't have a what no more?
We don't have that village.
So
no
what
more.
is a village? A village is a culture.
Yeah, it takes a village to raise a child. So I'm saying to allow family to be, and we don't have that these days. If this is my child, if this is your sister kids, then let the sister deal with her kids and her kid. But you humble with him. But you at my mama house, and so he can't write crayons all on the goddamn wall.
Okay.
And sit there, and I'm watching it.
What happened, Bradley?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Going back to like the family aspect, the people that I've grown to, like my son's godmom, she is the best person to my son. And she's not my blood. She's not my family. I met her at work. She takes care of him like he's her own. She's also allowed to discipline him as well. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. One more thing.
You know it's
Let
serious
me
when you
tell you how
start
close
stuttering.
the
You heard
family
him?
and the community was. If I was showing my ass in the neighborhood and my neighbor saw it, she'd whoop my ass.
That's
Bring me
called
home,
a
pass me around to my
culture.
whole family.
You wanted
We
to
don't
yell
have
about
that no more.
That's called a culture.
And that's why they 9 and 10 years old in the motherfucking courts and shit.
Remember when I said
Come on.
if your thoughts mimic the same thoughts as your neighbors, that's called
you
a
hear us?
culture.
I'm from the
Sam.
old school, baby.
Hello?
My
Sam.
neighbor whooped my ass.
What you
Snoop
just
my
said
ass up.
is when most people say blood is thicker than water, but nobody uses the whole quote.
Exactly.
Nobody uses the whole quote.
What's the whole quote?
Blood is thicker than water, but the actual whole quote is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the
Nigga.
womb.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Don't it say nigga at the end?
No,
Wait,
no,
I
no.
Yeah,
can
dude.
I couldn't hear you.
The
What?
blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So it's exactly the actual quote. It's not for how people want to use it. Oh, he's your family member. Blood is thicker than water. The
Absolutely.
actual quote means that your covenant, your family, your friends, whoever you choose to be part of your life, that's your family. That's your
It's
covenant.
basically saying fuck with who fuck with you.
Exactly.
Period.
Fuck- listen to
In,
that.
in simplest
Fuck with
terms,
who
fuck
fuck
with
with
who fuck
you.
with you.
And I don't owe you nothing because
I don't owe you shit. Just because we the same blood.
I don't think that's true.
But y'all do realize it's this generation that don't fuck with each
Come
other.
on now.
If you go back to the
Well, my
if
thing,
you
I want
go
to
back
say
to
that
the 70s, 40s, 50s, family was
We-
much
I
different.
think about how
encourage
many
families
people
sticking
forgave
together.
those.
Back
You
in
have
the
to look
40s and
at the
70s,
But I don't
that they
encourage
forgave.
We had the
bullshit.
black woman wearing afros. We had her in dresses. She wasn't wearing no long ass nails, even though I like that shit though. I ain't gonna lie, I like that shit. I like feet to be done and everything, boy. That shit look good to me. What my boy Pooh used to say? I like to see French tips when
Push icy.
I got a lot of stuff done for me just off having some French tip talk.
boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Boy, start, I know what you're talking about, boy.
It's them feet people.
I pay some light bills too, shit.
Feet people. Wow.
Hey, look,
I don't get it.
if I was rich, boy, I'd be buying me women all the time. I don't care what y'all talking about. I ain't got time for all that goddamn talking. I just be wanting to goddamn. I want to go ahead, man. Look, hey, look. Now, you don't came in here. You know I got the money. You know I got a set. What we finna do?
They touch the ground. Like,
Hell no, I ain't got that kind of money. I ain't got that kind of money. Not yet.
weight is on these motherfuckers. Like, no.
I'm wondering if I should.
Yeah, go to number 3.
All right. So I guess we're going to go to question number 3. It says, hey, Johnny, it's easy for me to be sexual with someone and really hard for me to actually connect with someone. I want to be loved, but I realize I need to know how to love.
That's
Do
a
you
woman,
have
ain't
any experience in that department?
That's a woman. Ain't it?
I'm going to just say this.
That's a woman.
It really sounds like this person might be in their whole phase.
That's a woman.
They are.
And that's okay.
It's not okay.
That's not okay. Where y'all
That's not
getting this
okay.
from? That's what you call a liberated woman. It's okay.
Can you read that
Like,
one more
if
time,
you're on your
Johnny?
whole
One more
face, you're on your
time.
whole
I
face.
don't
But
think
I'm going
it's
to just say
okay.
this.
It's not okay.
In order for you to even feel like you can love anybody else, you got to love yourself first. And I think we've been talking about that a lot. Self-love is the best love. If you don't know how to love yourself, how could you love anybody else? Also, with the people that you're dealing with, I think that you should, like, look around and see, is it something that you can do to show more love to the people that's around you that you claim that you love? or you could figure out what their love languages are, because everybody has a different love language. And this person really sound like they need to be in tune with themselves and really know what makes them happy. And yeah, because the connection is gone. Probably messed around with too many dudes or females or whatever. And also, when we have sex with people, we exchange spirits and energies, and understand that too.
Let they ass know, Johnny. What the fuck?
What
Look,
the fuck?
I'm gonna say this right here. Women shouldn't be teaching women nothing. All right. Y'all need to get some of y'all information from a man and stop playing with each other. All right, talking about some shit like she going through her whole phase. Hell no.
It could be a guy. I don't know who wrote this question.
Hey, can I ask y'all this?
He or she could be going through their whole phase.
Is it ever gonna be a point in time where you look at your daughter and be like, "Girl, you just going through your whole phase"? I'm just wondering, could that ever happen? Are y'all gonna ever say, "Daughter, you're just going through your whole phase"?
No.
You see what I'm saying? But it don't work that way.
For a man.
A whole phase, or maybe you just a hoe. I don't know.
Look at this shit.
I
The
don't
whole
know.
phase is doing what you want to do whenever you want to do it with no explanation. Like everybody, you do that.
Yes.
Are you with somebody? Shit, as long as you're not
You
with
do that?
somebody, that's a whole phase.
I mean,
When you are doing what you want to do with no explanation to nobody, nobody's checking you, nobody has to say nothing to you. You make choices every day or every other day, whichever choice you make. It's no judgment.
But this person is saying it's easier
niggas
for
have
them to
the
lay
most
down
whole
with
phases.
somebody.
What are you talking about?
That's the thing men do.
so what? So you're saying it's a whole phase for men just because it's like biologically it's what's in you. Like we can go back.
I told y'all had a friend.
Get the fuck out of here. Y'all saying what I'm genetically bound to do. So you're saying
Go there.
He like polymath.
so a fish is bad for swimming?
Can you be a greedy homeless person?
Can you
No,
be?
you're homeless. You eat all you can until somebody say no. You ask for every dollar. Somebody say, "Oh, got it." Nigga,
I think this person need to be celibate though.
yeah, that person be
I would ask if they really, how can you love yourself if you're having a whole phase as a
Okay,
woman?
but what does it have to do with loving yourself?
Disconnect
that's
with
the part-
sex for a little bit.
Oh, okay, so I missed that part.
No, I think this person should. What part did you miss?
It says she said that she didn't love herself.
I don't know if it's a she or he.
I mean, the person. Did they say they didn't love themselves?
They said they realized they need to understand. Wait, but I realized I need to know how to love. They don't know how to love.
How to love? Not that they don't love themselves. So I feel like if they're making choices they want to choose, doesn't mean they don't love themselves. They
Yeah,
just-
but you got to still look deep into yourself and have self-love and understand, understand love better. They probably should just take a step back from
Where-
sex.
They probably don't know what love
Where's
is.
y'all talking about?
It sounds like that this person attributes love to sex.
That's what
Yes,
Hoes.
That's what it
exactly.
sounds like. That's what it sounds
They have to disconnect one.
That's what we're looking for.
and so if I
No
love you,
sex.
I should sleep with you.
Yes.
And that's not necessarily.
Well, I mean, you don't know what the situation is.
I don't know. You asked me. I don't know what the situation is. We got to crack.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it then. Let's do it. All right, guys. I do want to go ahead and throw out one of my random facts, real quick. Something that you guys probably never knew.
Oh shit.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Oh shit.
Where does water come from?
Oh shit.
It's nowhere in the Bible, actually.
It comes from Pacific.
It doesn't. God doesn't even mention making it or creating it. Actually, in the Bible, you can look it up.
That's why I always say
Don't say nothing stupid.
stop.
In the Bible, it says
Stop
God
think-
separated
stop
the water.
believing-
He said he separated.
Stop believing in everything you read, because if that's the case, we've read books as old. There's scriptures and books as
Shit,
old
we
as the
know that.
Bible
Money said
that
he
people
read
just
something that said the world
decide
was
that
flat.
it's not relevant for us to know. The whole Da Vinci Code incident,
That's
all that
fake.
stuff. People, it makes more sense. It makes more logic that life itself is just a big old mistake from the Big Bang.
Wow, that's called an atheist right there.
Yeah, that's.
No.
No, that's an atheist. Listen.
Alright.
Listen. If his name isn't God, his name is mistake. I just want to let you guys understand that.
okay.
If his name isn't
That's-
God,
you
his
said
name is
that.
mistake.
No, you
No,
said
that's
that.
how it works with
I mean,
atheists.
You
said
do
that.
know, like a few years ago, there was a there was like a big, massive computer at NASA that basically said we got the Big Bang theory wrong.
Yeah.
Like there's stuff that say that. So it's like
Because we okay.
What is the Big Bang? Explain that to me.
A random explosion.
So how does something explode randomly?
Randomly.
How do you have a random explosion?
Random.
Can you show me that in history? Is that
random.
possible?
And
What?
why haven't we seen
Can
it again?
something out of nothing randomly explode? If there's nothing there, can it random explode?
I don't know the science to it.
There's no science to it.
Yes,
There's
there
a theory. No, listen to me. The Big Bang,
Bang
is a
theory.
theory. It's not scientifically proven, and actually, it's a religion.
If you leave an egg outside,
Mhm.
an egg, and
Do
you
y-
leave it outside, it gets rotten, right? If you look at under a microscope, you created life from one.
It
dead
depends
egg.
how hot it is. It might boil.
It creates bacteria.
It might
It's
cook.
bacteria.
Shit, I don't know.
Alive.
How,
That's the same
how did the
thing.
egg get there?
That's what I'm saying. It could have.
But listen what you're saying. Listen what you're saying.
Random.
Listen what you're saying. Let me hit you with something.
Random.
If a tornado came, right,
Uh-huh.
and hit, I'm just saying, if a tornado came and hit a tree, right,
Yeah.
and that tree formed into a skyscraper, okay, does that make any sense?
That makes no sense.
So that's the same thing as the Big Bang. You mean nothing created everything?
That's the thing. Okay, the Big Bang didn't just happen, and all of a sudden you had Jordans on, driving a Benz.
Nah,
there
that
was
was
CDs.
It took billions of years, right? Do you know? Did you know
Evolution.
carbon dating can't even go back billions? So you can't
Numbers
even
can
measure
go back-
Earth that far.
Numbers can go back and listen.
How
the
about you
universe
tell us
is
how
an
water is
infinite
created?
Body getting
Tell us.
bigger.
What's the answer?
Where did water come from?
There's actually something called primary water. Water actually comes from the ground up, believe it or not.
That's true. That's the feminine water.
Yeah, we learned that in science, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking you guys,
Permeation and all
asking
that
you guys
crap.
the questions. We'll never run out of water. There's no such thing as fossil fuels because there's no such thing as fossils actually fueling.
Are you giving me the finger?
No, I'm just giving out random facts. I'm just giving out some random.
You be making my brain hurt.
I'm just giving out random facts. All right, so the last thing is we're talking about is something that George was just talking to us about, which is actually called evolution. Evolution is actually a religion. And when you keep subscribing that every other religion is wrong and all of this stuff, you have a religion.
Okay.
Atheism is inside of that religion. So when you sit back and you say that nothing happened out of nowhere and you get your science from a person's book, what do you say at that point?
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, but you got it from a book.
Numbers don't lie.
But the book that I
Hold on, Michael. I'm sorry.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, but who do they tell the truth to?
no numbers
You.
do lie.
How
How much
so?
is 1 plus 1?
How
How much is 1 plus 1?
Because somebody told you that.
Do numbers really exist? Who knows?
Everything is taught to us.
Yes,
If somebody told you
That
the sky
part.
was blue,
Okay.
how do you really know that the sky is blue?
It's
Somebody
easy.
told you
It's
the
not.
color is blue.
But it's
You
easy.
believed it.
But it's easy.
just
look at it.
But it's easy.
Or
It's
you can
easy.
just, or you can
It's
just
easy.
look at it.
What are words? But what are words? What are words? What are words?
But who are they?
My question is, what are words?
Semantics. So that's
Look.
words.
What are words? No, words. Words. What are words? Words are describers. You know that is blue because everybody has agreed in the universe, in the world, that that is blue.
That's not
that,
true.
That we consider it as a color. You know fire burns because, and burn is the word you use from whenever you touch something that's hot. So words are describers. So if, in order, imagine nothing had a name. How would you distinguish one thing from the other?
What I'm getting at
That's
is
what I'm saying.
I hear all that.
Everything you have, everything you are is going to be described. Everything that there is going to be described with a word. Or with a number. It depends on how you choose to classify it that everybody's going to agree with.
But it's still belief, though. Is what he
Yes, George, your
But it's
religion. What you're
proof- but
saying,
it's proven.
but you're saying your religion.
I can't tell you right now. I can't tell you right now. There's a car made out of gold outside. There's a car made out of gold outside. That's just for you. Let's say I say that to you.
car.
You already know that you're gonna find a four tires, a moving vehicle, the color of gold. No, but you already know what if there actually was. That you already know what you're gonna see.
Oh, I love what you.
You
finna
know,
do.
you know the
no.
description.
I
now.
want-
You
I
know how
want
to
this to
describe
finish.
it because
'Cause
of the
I
words.
love the way this finna finish.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
No, I love what you said. Now, like you just said, if you randomly just seen a car outside, right? I want to ask you this question. You seen 4 tires, you seen 2 doors, you seen all the instructions of a car. Would you think that they just hand them out a random process? That car?
People were inventing
Somebody
it.
created it.
Yes. Everything was created. The
So
clothes
when
got
you
on,
have
somebody decided to
so
put it
when
in.
you have multi-celled organisms which can't be created by but only other multi-cell organisms, and we are all good on Earth, right? We all can breathe air, right? How is that possible by a random blow up, a random explosion? Air is all acceptable for us.
Hey,
How-
no,
Da,
check
da.
this out.
You said, like-
Hold on. Look. This
Okay.
is how I live my life for the most part.
Okay.
I believe.
Which I want to respect.
Yeah,
no
that's
matter
cool.
what. It doesn't matter.
I believe in what he's saying as far as atheist being a religion because you're putting your faith in that.
Yes.
No matter if you choose, just like I choose to believe that God created me, and you choose to believe that there was a big bang. That is where you put your faith. And in the Bible, that pretty much says that's who you make your Lord. So because that's your.
But this is okay.
So I say that to say, 9 times out of 10, did you actually, you yourself, go do the research to find out about the Big Bang?
About the Big Bang?
Yeah, like did you go do the scientific study? Did you get a fucking monkey and hold it in captivity to see if it would change or evolve? Did you do that in any capacity?
Has that ever happened?
Probably not. So the reason why you have strife or you would meet strife with people like us is because as a Christian, I would have done something what we would call as an experiment with God. And what this Bible has said has came true for me. So that's where I put my belief. You're putting your belief in something someone told you, and you're choosing to believe it because you didn't do it yourself.
Hold on.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
And I agree with you. I don't consider myself atheist for the sole reason that is I believe in logic. If logic is a religion, then that's my
That's where you
Lord.
choose to put your Lord.
Logic is gonna be. I'm not saying I believe that the Big Bang. It makes more sense.
I feel that.
It makes more sense.
Why?
It's more tangible.
Why?
'Cause even when you're born out of you're born out of two cells.
Where's your?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no,
And you
that's
start
your-
growing over time until you become what you are now.
So you believe?
But who
He
is it to
believes
say?
it.
Okay, the same way. Who is it to say that I'm gonna just like he just said ignorantly grab a monkey and keep it in captivity?
I
said
said
that.
that.
Okay.
He
okay.
said.
I say it from this point. It's a very no. It's a very ignorant comment from the point of view is okay.
We've all over like 10 billions in years. And
Not
all that
only
stuff.
that. Okay, let's use the Bible timeline. They didn't have TVs back then.
Right.
Why?
Why didn't they have TVs?
Why didn't they have actual beds? Why didn't they have actual?
How you know that?
They did have beds. It's just
I'm
not
saying, how do you know
made of
that?
material.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't.
Okay.
Why didn't they have those cars and all those things back then? Because it takes time for times and people and organisms.
Because
to
we evolve.
That's why I'm saying it makes sense.
Okay,
It
so
makes sense. It makes sense.
Can you
reason I
show
use the
that,
avocado,
though?
The egg. I gave that example. Is because out of something that went rotten and went bad, you created life. Every bacteria that's in there came out of something dead, which would be considered a random act.
So you believe everything has a logical explanation?
To some degree, it should have, because in any other ways, we're just gonna be chasing. Nobody
Have we
alive
seen
today.
evolution
Listen,
from monkeys yet?
Nobody alive today can tell you exactly what happened 300 years ago.
Facts.
That's a fact. What was that? No, that's the thing. I'm not going by that. I'm saying it just makes more sense. That's what he's saying. Like, oh, you believe in that? No, I don't believe in the Big Bang Theory. Logically, it makes more sense because it has more ways to be
I have a
proven.
question. Is
To
that
be
not
proven.
Can you
is
show
that
me
not
those
belief By
ways?
you saying that, by you saying it's more logical, that means you had to
Yeah, but-
analyze it,
But
think
I'm the
about
same.
it, and say I agree
But I'm
to
the
some
same
degree.
person that also understands because I grew up in a Catholic country.
I believe that.
I went to Catholic schools with nuns smacking me.
Right.
That's a
the old
Mexican
ways.
thing.
The old,
over 60.
the old ways.
The old ways. So till some point, I always questioned everything, and I was being shut down. But they weren't giving me a reason for shutting me down.
Right.
So I started going on the logical way. I know that if I cross the street without looking both sides, something can happen to me. It could be a random act. Some people would say, "Oh, a random act of God," and the car hit him. I could just say I wasn't just being careful because it makes sense for me to look both ways if I know something.
So
That's
But
what.
if it made
I'm-
sense, you didn't question it, did you?
But what you mean?
did you?
You said it made sense to you, but you didn't.
It makes sense because I know that when I'm going to cross the street, I'm going to look both ways.
I
and
think
keep
you actually
walking.
just proved his point that some things can be done senselessly.
Yeah. But
So y'all are on
again,
the same
I'm not trying. I believe in a higher power
Okay.
because it gives me some sort of peace mentally.
Okay.
It gives me peace when I have to, let's say if I have to send my kid to school in these day and age, all these shootings, all this BS, I can't be, I am aware that I can't be protecting him 24/7. The only thing that's going to give me a little bit of peace is believing in a higher power is going to protect them. That gives me peace. That's what I'm saying. I'm never going to trifle. I'm never going to argue.
So, but that's a belief,
or-
though, right? That's a belief to them.
Okay.
Nah, man, that's a selfish belief. Don't believe in my God when you can't be him.
Or when
Yeah,
it's
that's kinda
convenient for you, right?
Like you believe.
Yeah, that don't make
You
sense.
believe it. Wait, you believe they're gonna protect your
That's
children,
not
but
faith.
you don't believe he created.
That's wild, bro.
Okay.
But when the collection plate come
But
around,
again,
you appall.
Right,
I
right.
would also argue just a little bit.
I'm just
okay?
joking, bro. But
And this is just
it was-
because
it
I
was
grew up
love
in
that.
church a lot, and I've seen this, and I'm not saying this to come at you. I would ask you to possibly go seek some therapy, because typically when a person turns away from God, it's probably because something has happened to them for
Oh
them.
yeah.
And when you're saying, hey, the Catholic did this to me, what I'm hearing is they didn't give you something that you were seeking, so
Ooh,
you
yeah, that's
turned
good.
away from it to find answers in something else.
again,
And that's where you choose to put your
You're
faith in degree.
jumping ahead. I'm thinking that I did just that. No.
So-
I'm a very curious person. I started asking other religions.
So you
Yeah, we don't believe in
so
those.
You
Another-
tested God, and
Alright,
God had proven
I'm not
himself not
saying
to.
I'm not saying I don't have to test somebody that I've never seen. That's my thing. But that's me again.
I'm
If
asking
it
for
makes
you.
listen, if it makes you
for
at some
somebody
point-
that you've never seen.
Listen, for my own mental health, for my own mental sanity, I have to believe that something's
So
protecting
you're
me.
tricking
That's
yourself.
all of us.
Because
though.
it's my kids. You just said it exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying so.
If I'm constantly thinking that my kid is gonna be hurt because I'm not there, I have to. I'm gonna go crazy.
That's when you got to
So
call
I
God.
have to find something, and that's what helps me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not an unhappy. I'm not an unhappy person
I got you.
because I don't follow God.
Yeah, we never said that.
That's what I'm saying. But again, I respect if God has shown you the way, and it's making you happy, and you're feeling fulfilled. By all means, my dude, I will take you to church.
Hold on.
I will
Hold
go-
on.
I will
Stop.
go-
No, you don't need to take me to church.
Time out.
Like, I will take you, like, I will-
Hey,
if
yo,
you invite me, I
hold
will
on.
go with you
Guys.
because that's you.
My bad. Y'all, no. Y'all are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
just
I
want y'all to
literally
know.
said
I
that
think
5
because
minutes
y'all are
ago.
talking to each other,
Agree.
that's
Did I
why
not?
Y'all
Same
agreeing.
side.
So I'm gonna go to the kid, but like y'all two are agreeing. I just want to put that out there.
Are you sure?
All
Do
right.
you feel?
Yeah, so sorry. Y'all
are
said
agreeing.
that.
My
Okay,
bad,
I'm sorry.
How did that get in that cup?
Hey, by the way,
Yay.
by the
My
way,
cup? Where's my cup?
I put it right
knows
there.
I'm an unhappy
Ugh.
person.
Damn, I thought that was water.
Nope.
Throw it all dry.
I need a drink now after that.
Somebody actually made
My bad.
this.
You already gave me the mic. Oh shoot. Let
It's
me go
not
ahead.
water. Somebody actually made
I don't
that.
want that shit. I drink it afterward. That shit burned my chest. Hot ass shit. That shit
Oh,
hot
don't
as
say
hell.
you want some now.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and state this real quick. And like I said, I've never ever will try to shit on people, religions or whatnot.
Try to.
Bullshit.
Yes,
Bullshit.
Come on.
We
You're the
call
sole reason I'm so
Cal.
damn passionate about
Cat.
this thing now. I used to not give a shit. Now I do because this dude always on me.
Oh my God. It's getting
All
heated.
right. The origin, I will say this. He was wrong about one thing. The origin of man.
Everything.
The origin of man was laid out years ago in the scriptures. Okay,
What does scripture say?
the whole origin of man from the beginning.
What is that?
Let's see. The universe had a beginning. Do you believe that? Because the Big Bang would mean they didn't have a beginning.
He said there was darkness and the earth was here.
From the beginning.
The universe had a beginning.
Okay, so God and seemed like the book already knew it had a beginning, but scientists found out it had a beginning in the 1700s, I believe. God damn, that book is retarded, ain't it?
Did you think you just said something to me?
I'm trying to see how, and it's so funny that even when you look into life is in the blood, that you guys found that out later on, also in the 1800s. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stuff that scripturally that is found that you guys end up finding out is true later on because you kind of debunk it. And one thing about evolution is a religion that lives and thrives to be found out to be truth.
Don't miss.
To believe in evolution, you have to try to prove that it's true. That's the biggest thing about it. There is no scientific proof ever of monkeys evolving into people. The pelvic bone of the monkey and the pelvic bone of the persons or people are two different things. We've never evolved.
We haven't been around that long.
Yes, we have. So
No, we have not.
let me help you out with another thing. So if you want to go way, way back in the day, let's look at fossil records. The fossil records also proves, and you already know that, the fossil records prove that evolution is shit. It's impossible. You know why? Because there were animals fully functioned. They were already fully formed. You can't have evolution with fully formed animals like that. They have to go. They have to change into something else.
No,
That's
you
what
can't.
evolution is.
Dude, Discovery Channel for you for the next
And I
month.
learned from Discovery Channel. Let me help you out.
Exactly. You have
To-
birds
to-
that are changing their entire route because
You have
times are
lizards.
changing.
You have lizards with
that
evolution
go
that
from
turn
hot
into
to
birds.
cold because times have been changing. Everything is constantly evolving.
It's called.
It's the same reason why people in Africa are black because it's hotter than people in the
There's
the
two.
European lands are white because it's
There's
colder.
microevolution and there's macroevolution. Okay. Now let me help you out with microevolution. Microevolution might be an animal that goes where it's cold and they fix up what they're doing around there. They might grow more feathers or something like that.
That's
But that's
evolution.
called microevolution.
But it's evolution.
Macroevolution, which is
Levolution.
macroevolution, what you're talking about, which is evolution, is one animal transforming into something else. So perfect example, when they showed you those fake ass dinosaurs, which aren't real, when they show you dinosaurs with feathers, why the fuck do they show y'all that? Because they try to tell you the scales evolved into feathers, which is impossible.
Get 'em, kid.
Impossible.
Talk that shit, kid.
They're two different. They're made differently. For one, the abundancy.
Don't take that shit, kid.
Okay, so another thing is the first cell.
They be debating about smart shit so tensely, though. That's why I be like, you can't tell me the 2 + 2 ain't 4. I was there when they told me. You wasn't even there.
You
You
feel me?
wasn't there, nigga. You wasn't there.
You didn't see them scales turn to feathers.
I'm sorry, kid.
So what they do with evolution is they try to prove it every single year. They actually have this thing called the evolution challenge. Let me show you what this is real quick. The evolution challenge is if you have a way to tell how humans were originated, they'll take that and they'll pay you because they're still trying to figure out what they call the missing link because they never figure out this missing link. Once they have the missing link, you can get rid of God. That's what they say. So for you to believe in something that is therefore to get rid of God, evolution is meant to get rid of God.
Do you want to know why it's never going to happen? Biggest example that's not going to happen, you just got to look at Greenland. Have you seen the size of Greenland on the map? Greenland is this big on the map. In reality, Greenland is bigger than Canada, the U.S., and Australia all put
But a
together.
map is man-made.
No, hold on. But they did this on purpose. Because the
Whoa,
church,
whoa.
the
Who
church-
is they?
no,
Listen
the
what he's
church-
saying. It's like
the
conspiracies.
church-
He's
All
right. No, he's right.
The church-
He's right.
That's
The church
man.
did this on purpose because the church wanted to tell the world what was it, Christianity? That Christianity was the biggest religion in the world.
It was.
So they made every country that was Christian, they made it bigger on the map.
But
And it's
no,
not
but
reality.
okay.
No.
Okay, this is the only thing I just want to say this.
Not that exactly.
Christians, to be a Christian, that is a man-made religion.
Yeah. All
Fact.
religions are
Because-
man-made.
okay,
The
so
Bible
say,
is man-made.
well, who gonna write it? A giraffe?
Well, the Bible
But
is
also,
actually-
like, I'm just saying, people
But I'm
get
saying,
different
that's not
information
the-
from, like, Instagram and
that's
stuff
not-
like that, and they follow these things, and then they don't even be true
But,
half
like,
the time.
That's not my point.
Somebody
though.
wrote it.
My point is this right here. Because that's a religion, don't confuse the religion for the relationship with God. That's
Right.
two different things.
The faith.
So what you're arguing or wherever y'all going, that's man doing shit to promote their agenda.
But that's why I'm saying the world is still majority Christian. So any kind of proof that's gonna question the God of the main religion in the world is automatically gonna try to be debunked.
That's not true.
Yes,
Sci-
it is.
science was created by Christians.
Yeah, science was
Created by Christians, and you follow science, so you follow Christians.
He followed all of that.
Okay, all right, guys. So listen.
The Big Bang. One more thing. The
Go-
Big
go
Bang
for
was
it.
made by a Jesuit priest. So you follow Catholicism now. So the Big Bang religion that you follow is Catholicism.
What religion you follow?
I don't follow religion.
Y'all finna go down a rabbit hole again. All right, guys, come back out. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. First of all, I want to say I appreciate you guys coming and arguing, getting your blood rushing all up.
I love you guys.
It is beautiful. I do want to be messy for like one moment. So not only did Vic wanted to come here to celebrate Kid, which is an awesome thing, he also wanted to come up here to confront Michelle off of her comments from Instagram.
Ooh.
And I feel like being the manipulator that I am, because, you know, shout out to Joe Budden. He have taught me when you own your own platform, you're not supposed to be being polite. You supposed to ask for the drama.
Yeah.
So, listen, guys.
Let's
especially
get it.
Johnny. Especially Johnny. This is how this go. Johnny, Sam Bam, you guys already know to take up on whatever Michelle say and gang up on Vic, you already know that you're LIA.
I gotta hear it first. I gotta know what's going on.
Hey, Kid, please back up Vic, and let's go ahead and keep this under 10 minutes if
I got
we can.
you, girl.
Okay.
What's going on?
What was the comment? So the comment that she made that I saw.
Please speak into the mic very clearly so I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
10 minutes, please.
One of the comments that I saw was she was saying that if a man pays, you know, if she pays half the bills, she looks at her man as half a man.
Okay, I'm out of this one. Yep, I'm out.
And I just want, and she was saying those things, and I just wanted like further elaboration on it, because you sound like a Christian, God-fearing woman, and I mean, my title as a man has nothing to do with my ability to pay bills. So I just want to know why would I be half a man simply because?
As a man.
Yeah, me being a man. No, I'm sorry. Me being a man has nothing to do
It's not.
with
It's
me
not.
paying
It's not.
a
It's,
bill.
I'm not.
So
I'm
I
not
just want the
questioning you as a
clarification.
man. I'm questioning the man that I want.
Okay.
That's going to be acceptable for the lifestyle that I have. I'm doing this everything for myself.
Mhm.
Is it cool?
I'm not going. First of all, one thing, I'm not going to tell a man to do anything that I can't do for myself.
Right.
So if I'm paying all the bills for myself, why am I going to tell you to come and do half the fucking work and I'm doing the work?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a man to come in and do half the work because I've been doing this all my life.
Okay.
I've been taking care of my own.
Mhm.
So I need somebody to meet me at that point or more, because for me, are you gonna go pick up a random female off the street and just say, oh yeah, you can be my girl, but she don't meet your qualifications?
I mean, me personally, no, but niggas do that all the time.
Exactly. So why is that? Why do you think that I'm supposed to do that?
Oh no, it's not that I don't think.
That's what you're saying.
No.
If you can't, that my thing is, you can't judge me for the demands that I set for myself.
No, I'm not.
You can't.
I'm not.
So I need a man who's going to step up and take care of the things that I'm already doing. Because if I don't need no, I don't want a sponsor.
I gotta rock with it. I rock with it a little bit.
Do you believe in equality? Do you think
No.
that men and women are equal?
No.
Then you're
No.
okay, then
No,
then
because I said this at the first, and that's what I want
Yeah,
you to
'cause
get.
I didn't see the whole
I
interview.
fought women for saying that they want equality. I don't want to be equal to a man.
Okay.
I want you to be a man.
Okay.
I want to be a woman.
Okay.
But because I've had to step up and have that manly role over what being a woman is, I need somebody to be a man. I need you to be a man. I don't want to be equal. I want to live I want to be submissive. I want to live in my femininity. It's not my wallet. It's not my wallet. It's not my demands. But what I'm saying is I'm doing this for myself. If you can't even do that for yourself, why are you gonna sell a woman?
I think
Exactly.
men
So
and
I'm
women
only
should be able to do
I'm
for
only gonna
themselves,
ask you
period.
for
Everybody's
what
independent.
I'm upholding myself. So if you want to be the man for me, I need somebody to come who can hold me down, because I'm holding me down. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
so
it's just not financial. It's not just financial, but if where I am financially, I need to meet somebody to meet me, because that means you're kind of making an excuse for why you're lacking. That's what I'm saying, because it's like I'm doing this. So what's your excuse? So why do I need to go half with you? Because that means you're depending on me to do that for you. Because if I'm out the picture, who's gonna do it for you?
That's true.
Okay, so real quick, can we go T-Dot, Sam, Jay? It's on you, T-Dot. I'm sorry, I just want to get the schedule.
What I hear, because I get it, you know, and I'm gonna just regurgitate what I'm hearing you saying. It's really come to the level that I'm at. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, you know, you have to separate priorities. What may be a priority for you, he may not see as high priority to officiate funds towards.
Right, okay, but then that's like I said.
That's not the man
that's
for
you,
her.
So you're not the man for me.
Shit.
Move on.
Correct.
Period.
But move on.
Stop trying to make me be that.
You're not for me. Move on. I'ma go for
I can't be
somebody-
mad at that.
Somebody's willing. Somebody's willing. Somebody's
She
willing.
has her preference.
If you can't afford me, just say that. If you can't be the man for me, just say that. But don't sit here and judge me and say, "Oh, you're not gonna find, or you're not gonna be, or
I
you're
did
not
not
gonna
say
do, or
none
you're
of
not
those
gonna
things.
have, or you're
Brandon,
not
she
gonna be
right, though.
successful for nothing because you're lacking, baby. You're lacking, baby.
don't put
You're
me- I
making
just met you
excuses.
today.
You want to sit here and say,
just
"Oh,
met you.
oh, you can't
She
pay
right,
half
though,
the
Bradley.
bills." I'm paying all the bills. So what makes you think you're gonna come in
Are
here
y'all
and
living together?
half-ass me?
Y'all living together?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not asking you. I'm
You're
not
answering none of my
asking you
questions.
nothing that I'm not doing for myself.
Okay.
And that's why I fought a lot of these females who's out here doing that because I'm a real woman. I
Oh my
hold
God.
myself
So when
down.
you say
So,
you're a
if I need a
Vic,
man,
Vic,
who's
Vic,
gonna
go
come
ahead.
in
Go
here and
ahead,
make
Vic.
sure that
That
he's
doesn't
right.
make- that doesn't make- that doesn't make
I
you a
think
woman.
y'all have. Hold on. I think y'all have some sort of misunderstanding in this. She's
Appreciate that,
basically
son.
saying right now she takes care of herself. Her car note, her house,
Correct.
her car, her shoes,
I'm
her
sure you
trips.
do.
She does all of those
I don't.
things.
So what do
why
I need
would
you to
she
come in
get
here
with
and
a man
half-ass?
Who don't have none of those things? Is what she's saying. She's not saying a man has
Oh.
a wallet. She's saying if she's doing.
If you can't do that for
100%,
yourself,
Okay.
why? I don't need you come in depending on me like, oh, well, she gonna
Okay.
take care of half
Ju-
the stuff.
ju- ju-
Why
okay.
would I see?
Cool. I agree.
Right,
I'm
so that's what I'm
agreeing
saying.
with
If you
you.
not
I
gonna do
agreed,
that,
and y'all didn't listen to me.
agreeing
that doesn't
Wait a
make
minute.
you less of a man because you can't meet my demands. You're just not the man for me.
Let them know, mama.
I mean, I understand that part, but I'm just more so
Ah.
thinking about the general statement.
She
that
done went
was
off on me, did
made
she not?
Was he was half?
Did she not?
I ain't said nothing.
So I'm not really more
Does he
so
look like
asking
me?
you to clarify on your own
Look.
preferences. Totally get that. That's your own. I'm just saying when you make a comment.
I think
or-
no. I just
charge
said
you
it's
for
half
that.
a man because you're making excuses why
just
you
had
can't
therapy.
do.
Okay, so my question to you is so if he comes in and he doesn't have his stuff financially together, it seems like you're saying he's half a man. Is
Well,
that-
he shouldn't be- he shouldn't be trying to pursue no woman.
No,
For you.
asking to
Absolutely,
be an equal
kid.
part
What,
is
I mean,
what
it's just
that's
real.
I feel is the half a man. Asking for
Playing
that
with you,
equal
Johnny.
part
God damn.
is what I say is to
So
being
for
half
you-
a man because, like I said, if you cannot do that for yourself, you shouldn't be asking me to do half of anything.
So you feel so with that statement, and you're saying you want to be submissive and live in your femininity. I'm thinking you're talking about traditional. So you're saying you're gonna cook, you're gonna clean,
Yes.
you're gonna take
I
care
stand
of
on
the
that.
children.
I stand
and
on
you
that.
gonna stand on
I
all
stand
of
on that.
That's
I
that's
stand
her
on that.
Okay, so
But-
and you stand on that means that as the man of this household, if I say we going left and you want to go right, you gonna be quiet and go left.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's
Yes.
not.
But
I think
at the same
I
time,
love
but
it.
like, listen, but
Listen
we're
to what
in
she
a,
said.
But listen, we're in a generation. But like we also said, we're in a generation now to the point where like Johnny has said, it all depends on your partner because it is some things like I was saying. Because I might not meet the demands that you're setting for
You
yourself.
motherfucking right.
Absolutely.
And if I can't be the woman, baby, move on.
I mean, I got you. but my
Absolutely.
question more so
I
is
know what
something
that is
about
right
the
there.
statement
God
you make.
damn.
Like I would definitely agree. It depends on your partner. We're in a different
No,
generation, so
what?
now where we
Dang,
can reciprocate because where I lack, you may be there. That's why I said I don't want to be equal. I'm not trying to be equal to you. I want you to be a man because I want you to be
I
that
think
man
that she's
for
saying
me.
that
That's why I
those
like
certain
ugly
things
girls.
is going to show her that you can lead that particular
I mean,
situation.
And
You
I'm
understand what I'm
with you,
saying?
but I just wanted to know what I find in a lot of cases with women.
It is
that
a
Yeah,
lot.
but
It's
but
a
but
lot.
I'm
It
gonna
is.
say
hard
this.
And
transition.
I'm definitely
It's
I'm
a-
ready to hold these women accountable.
It's a lot of cases where you have women who don't even get their hair done, who don't pay their own bills, who staying with somebody
Who you talking
that's
about on this show?
asking for people to do that for them.
Who on this
And
show
you
are
know
you
what I'm
talking
saying?
about,
But they don't
Jenny?
have that going on their own.
okay, so
But
I
if
wanna-
I was
I
a man, I
wanna-
would not be doing that for nobody who don't even do it for their damn
That's
self.
what I'm saying.
Period.
That's why I'm
Johnny,
If
it
I'm
better
doing
not be no
something,
woman on
don't
the show you
think
talking
gonna
about now.
come in and be like,
No.
oh, yeah, we can do half. No.
I'm about to tell you something. Let's see if we're gonna still be friends after this.
Not at all.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go,
It's
man.
gonna be short. It's gonna be short. It's gonna be short. When I met my wife,
Oh,
I was getting my own. She was getting her own.
Mhm.
We moved in together. I was paying for the place. I was paying it already by myself, so I
What?
get that.
That was the agreement.
When we
Fuck.
had
That's the
kids,
agreement.
when we had
Jorge.
kids, I told her, if we work together and go and split all these bills, our future is gonna come to us a lot sooner.
And that's your prerogative.
Hold on, a lot sooner. Does that make me half a man?
No.
Because
it all
I
depends.
gave
That's
myself
y'all-
10 years
that's
to buy a house,
yours.
bought it in 7.
That's yours.
You see?
And like I said,
No, Jorge, it's like you turned back. That ain't fair. That
No.
ain't fair. She came in thinking she ain't paying nothing. Gonna hit her with that. Hey, look.
Does that make me half a man?
it does not make you half a man, but at the end of the day, if your wife was not there and you still had these kids, what would you have to do? You
I
have
would
to
be-
get it for you have to
I
get
would-
it for
I would
yourself.
st- yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Don't make that excuse.
No.
Don't make that as an excuse.
I'm not making any excuses.
You are making
listen,
an
no.
excuse.
Listen to what I said.
Yeah, he's
Our
making an
future
excuse.
is gonna come sooner if we work together.
Two
And
people
then I
together
get
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
that.
I'm not saying it when
But I'm not
When
saying
I
make
moved
you
in
less
this
of a
house,
man,
you said I ain't
but
gotta touch
don't use
shit.
that.
Hold on.
If you really like I'm saying, I think of that mentality. I guess it's more so. I think of that mentality as just like, you know what I'm saying. If
So you're talking to a specific. I get your comment now, because your comment goes to a dude that can barely pay a whole rent himself.
you go.
He should never
don't,
approach you.
Don't ask nothing that you
He
can't
should
do
never
for yourself.
approach you.
Don't live above your
Absolutely.
means, and I think that's what
Okay.
a lot
I
of
agree
women-
with that.
And I fault a lot of women for
asking
that.
to split stuff, asking to split stuff in this generation with
In this
inflation,
economy.
with this economy, I'm gonna tell you something.
We
If
gonna
you
have
I'm
to
wanna
doing
be
it.
if
I'm
you-
doing it.
And
I'm
I'm not
doing
saying
it.
you're not gonna do it.
Why? So why
I'm
you
not
can't
sa-
do it?
I'm not saying you're not gonna do it.
Can I-
I'm just saying that if by yourself is gonna take you 30 years, if you find a man who's willing to go with you halfway, you can.
But
do it in 15.
No,
and
no,
I
no.
also
Hold
want
on,
to,
hold
but
on.
I also want to.
AR, let
I
them
do
know.
also want to emphasize. I'm not saying that everything has to, like, okay. So I'm not saying that I cannot incorporate my funds in any way, because as your partner, I am here to hold you down. I
And
am
that's-
here to put where you
and
lack.
I
So
understand that.
I'm saying, if you're solely for the rent, it's okay. Yeah, I can't pay this Wi-Fi and this water bill. I'm your partner. It depends on your partner.
That's
My
what.
partner.
For me,
But does that make
if
you
you
Alright,
want
no,
to
alright,
make
alright,
it
hey.
household-
Hey, y'all, let
Stop
they
trying
ass
to make
know.
this girl
AR.
pay bills.
Go.
Hold on. Okay,
Let 'em
guys.
know.
We gotta wrap this up.
We gotta go.
I'm sorry. This just going.
So
I'm
I'm
so
not.
sorry.
Okay, hold on.
All
I'm
right,
not
no,
half a man,
Jay,
right?
Jay.
You're just
That's a
half
different
a man
language.
Jay
for
good
me.
at throwing something in there, then like run like I'm done. All right, guys. I agree with y'all. Both just said two different things, and I agree with both of them. I do believe if you are trying to attract someone and they are handling everything themselves, yeah, you should have what they have or more. If you do want her to pay half, as a man, you should have a vision of where you guys should go, because
Facts.
you can't expect nobody to give half of what they have and you don't have a vision for them or a destination. Y'all just gonna be going
Exactly.
half for the rest of y'all life. I'd rather choose another partner that have it. So I can understand that. So y'all both made great points. I just want to put those out there. T Dot, I don't want you to take, you know what I mean, the verbal lashing personally. It did seem like you went dark there, but I think he's just representing the whole side.
I thought
You
were
went
gonna hit
there.
No. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, because I've dealt with so many different types of people. Where
Yeah.
I've dealt with the broke person. I've dealt with the person that I had to watch come up and they
Yeah.
took advantage of me. I dealt with people who's half-ass and I had to equal and it didn't go right. So it's like
That's that
like for
hard shit
me,
we
like I'm
talking about.
saying,
Women
I
working hard,
I
man.
worked so hard to get to where I am. I'm not gonna sit here and allow the next man to make an excuse for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's me, for me to
Yeah.
make me feel secure, to make sure for you to come into what I got going on.
Facts.
You got to meet me there or times one.
Based
I'm
on
not saying
experience.
that's
To
just
all
on
women,
me.
like to all women, I totally agree. If whatever you have done, you should expect your man to be there and then higher.
There or above.
So yeah, so
That's-
if
that's
you
valid.
You know what?
but
out of everything you said, what I'm hearing the most is that you want somebody that's equally yoked with you.
okay,
And that's fine.
All right,
That's our preference.
all right, guys. But I
Let they ass know.
again,
No,
happy birthday,
just
kid.
Just be kind of.
All right, hey guys,
Let me keep
guys,
that
yo, y'all can have y'all conversations afterwards. Let me just end this show. I'm sorry. Let me just end this show. Hey guys, I appreciate everybody. Hey man, if you ever been offended or have any problem with anything we say, we do not shy away from having you on the platform. We do not run away from topics or run away from how
Bring
we
your
feel or
ass.
our reviews. We open our table up for you to come and get this smoke. We never run away, never take anything personal. And if you're mad at somebody, be mad until we say cut. You have just entered the Mortar Portal. Thank you guys so much.
Have a good
Boom.
night.
This is Diverse
Hey.
Universe.
I'm so damn proud of you, man.